Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. And today's class to go is using the Horse and Sleigh bundle, which is, oh, I don't know if you can see, I've got so much light on in here. This stamp set. So we're using stamps and we're using the dies today. And then part of the suite was also these snowflakes. So I'll be using those. Now I do have a spare pack of snowflakes. So for everybody who comments on today's Facebook Live, I will put you in a draw, and I will draw that on Tuesday when my host code closes. So Tuesday night you have, this is a class to go, free with purchase. So if you spend £30 in my online store on anything, doesn't have to be what I'm using, can be glues, cardstock, anything you want. If you spend £30, I will send you everything you need to make each of the 3 cards that we're making. So let me get me out of the way. Oh. Okay, so hopefully now you can see my table. This is card 1. I love this. It's like, I don't know what it's called. I'm calling it a window card. So basically you have the, where are we? You have the horse and sleigh. Well, you have the sleigh showing through the window. Now, when I made this is an online exclusive, and it obviously came out before the mini catalogue. I think it must have been July it came out, and the mini catalogue we got pre-order in August. So I've used the rain embossing folder, which is from the Playing in the Rain suite, but since then we've got the snowflake suite. So on the one we're doing today, I'm using the snowflake suite. I've also used white snowflakes, and I actually don't think they're really visible, so when we do the second one I'm going to use gold, or I think it's copper, doesn't actually say on it. Let's get cracking. So today I have stamping, blends, die cutting, fancy folds, you name it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So with this card, I've already prepped it. What I did use was, we've got some in the mini catalogue, and they're really difficult to spot, actually. It's very easy to miss them. We have some new circle dies, which we got rid of a while ago. The deckled circles. Let me take my glasses off because I can't see a thing. I need my reading glasses. I can't see the computer. Oh, it's a nightmare. Right, the deckled circles, they're on page, I think that's 53, but it might be 63. It is 63. There we go, the deckled circles. And the amazing thing is, so you get 14 dies. So they go from the smallest, actually it doesn't say what the smallest is, but the largest is 5 3/4 inches, 14.6 centimeters. It's huge. And I've seen loads of people making rocker cards. So that's something I haven't tried yet, but watch this space, we will be doing it. So that is what I use, hence the deckled edge. This is smoky slate, regular cardstock, A4, cut in half, so 10.5 by 29.6, scored at 14.8. And then I've just die cut the circle out, kind of on the left a little bit at the bottom. And I did go through the designer series paper at the same time, for the simple reason, I just tacked it on with a little bit of glue, for the simple reason that I'm trying to position it afterwards. Would have been a nightmare, so that should fit. And that left me with the designer series paper and the circle, which we're going to use later. Okay, so I'm going to use some Seal Plus. Now this paper is also part of the suite, and it's One Horse Open Sleigh. On one side you have just some designs, and on the other you have these amazing graphics. Now I did use them, oh excuse me, I did use them August, September, and we did some cards with them, but I'm now focusing on Christmas and I really wanted to have a play. So let's pop this designer series paper on. Now I usually go right the way along, but I saw another demonstrator and she was using just bits, and I thought, you know what, I go through so much seal, that would absolutely make sense to do that. Just need to make sure that the circle is going to be fully down. Let's see how that goes. So I'm just going to pop my silicone map underneath it and line it up with the circle. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm concentrating on the circle and not checking that it's straight, so I need to do both. Right, so we've got the designer series paper on, and then we just got this hole. Okay, so now I have already embossed a bit of vellum. So this is, and I have to say I love this grid paper because I have inches on one side and centimetres on the other, so it's great. On the original grid paper you had centimetres on one side and you had to turn it over for inches, but I kind of work between both. I need to do a poll on that actually, because if everyone's using inches, I do use metric, but I'm more an imperial girl. So this is 3 1/8. Yeah, so it's kind of a square, 3 1/8. I didn't measure it at all. Now I'm going to use tear and tape just because of the embossing. Oh, come out, please come out. Because of the embossing, there's some raised elements. I want to make sure that I get good coverage. So I'm just going to use my tear and tape around the edge. Very exciting. Tomorrow's on stage online. So unfortunately I can no longer go to the in-person on stages. Obviously during the pandemic we had 2 online, which was amazing for me. And then last year they all went to, I think it was Austria they went to last year. And I wasn't able to go. So, and because it was in person, there was nothing online at all. So it was quite difficult. I just sort of stopped watching what people were saying about it. But this year we're online, yay, and it's tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward. I've got my box. I was going to do an unveiling today. I might do a separate video for that, but so many people have already posted on social media. I already know what's in it, which is a bit of a shame, but I was going to keep it till tomorrow morning and have a reveal, but that's okay. I know there's some lovely stuff in there, so, but I am looking forward to tomorrow. It's just we'll fill my cup. And right, you might think I've put the tape on the wrong side because I've put it on the good side, but actually I want it's going to be on the inside. That's why I had to do it on the what looks like the wrong side. You'll see in a minute. So it's not too difficult, this card. Obviously there's a little bit of die cutting, or you could use a punch actually. I think on that one I used a punch. But I just wanted to use my local dies. So now looking at the embossing folder, the thicker snow is at the top. There we go. So I'm just making sure I've got good, no, I did that wrong. I haven't put it far enough down. I think I might have a bit of adhesive there. That's okay, we'll get that off later. Now where's my adhesive pot gone? I rearranged my desk for the live, so okay, so hopefully I'll hit the, not sure if I need that again. Let's keep that there. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of glue there, so that's okay. Glue rubber to the rescue. Brilliant. Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, I didn't move it far enough down. Oh, and a bit on the side there as well. Okay, so we've got the designer series paper and we've got our snow, but you know, we need something more than that. So I thought I had a piece of basic white, but never mind, let's get some. We just need to cut this down to, what's that? So I gave you the measurements of the card base. The designer series paper is 9.5 by 13.8. So we'll do the inside card to match that. Get my trimmer. I just got some new dies, some new blades because it was not cutting at all well. But it seems to be better with the new blades. I think the problem is I use it too much. So 13.8 by 9.5. And this is where we're going to do start doing our stamping. So we'll do the inside first. And what I want to do is line up. I'm going to actually what I might do is actually layer that in and then stamp, because it'd be much easier than trying to work out where everything goes. Just make sure that's, yes, okay. What did I do with my seal? There it is. Okay, so again, I'm just going to do the edges and the middle, but I'm not doing the holes. I have to say, compared to what I normally do, I'm saving a load of glue. Okay, so let's get that on a line. Right, there we go. And then that should be, yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do now, I need my big long block and the stamps. And I'm going to use Memento because I'm going to be colouring in with my blends. Just check. I think I've got the right blends out. Grey. Oh no, I haven't got the grey. Oh, and I haven't got the brown either. That's okay, I'll get those out in a minute. So let's move that to one side, and I need my Memento. Whoops. Now I think what I did last time, I'm just going to mark where the edge of the circle is. Because I want to make sure that you can see the sleigh, and I can rub that out afterwards. I do really love this set. We had a sleigh a few years ago with reindeer, and I made an amazing 3D card with it. Gave it to my godmother, and she kept it up all year round. Bless her. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. But that was praise indeed. So now I want the sleigh to be in these marks. What did I do with my... I can tell you, I've got so many classes on the go. I've got no room. This room is not big enough. Oh, lovely. Perfect. Let's just give that a quick clean, because I'm going to need the sleigh and the people again in a minute. Let's get that cleaned. And I'll leave that on the block for the time being. I tell you what, let's do the stamping and then we can do the... So I'm just going to work out which way that goes. That goes off that way. And on that, we just have the back of the sleigh and the people. I think it's called a spotlight. Right. Need a piece of paper to put it underneath. Just checking. Oh yes, just checking I'm on live. So I want the back of the sleigh, the people, and the reins. There we go. Get that out of the way, and hopefully it will begin to make sense to you. Let's clean that, because I will be using it later for another card, but not for a while. So it's card 3 we'll be using it for. Right, there we go. I don't know about you, but this weather is weird. One minute it's raining, the next minute it's sunny. Okay, so let's get my scrap bit of paper back, because I'm going to be using blends and then we'll go through. So I'm going to do this one first, and my colours, smoky slate. Smoky slate, there we go. So I'm going to go around the edge with the dark. trim. There is actually a die for this, and on the previous product, in fact on the one that I'm going to be posting, I'll show it to you later, but the additional project is a little 3D, and you can put chocolates in it or something. It'd be great for the table at Christmas. And I did actually die cut and use the adhesive sheets, so you've got gold trim there and gold on the, what are they, runners, the runners. Right, that's the dark, and then let's go over it with the light. Now this is designer series paper, so it's not as thick as the regular cardstock. So don't want to go too much. There we go. That's the. I'll need that for the inside in a minute. I think he had that on his head as well, actually, some grey. And mossy meadow for the green, for the bobble on his hat, and his, I'm not sure if it's a jacket or the blanket wrapped around him. Right, and then she has got boho blue blanket. I think it's a blanket, keeping them warm. And that's a muffler. And the cushion, one is blue, one is red. I'm assuming it's a cushion, actually. Might not be a cushion. It's blue, dark blue, just for contrast. Always. And the red, real red this is. Oh my goodness, for her hat. And muffler. And then the cushion or whatever it is will just give some spots of red. Right, okay, so that's the first part done. Now I'm going to just glue that to the circle that we die cut from there. There we go. And then that just goes over the edge there, flat. And the good thing about this, keeping it flat, is it will mean it's a regular sized postage, not large letter. Okay, so let's put that there. So it's not covering, and we'll do the inside now. Now, we need to ground, first of all I need to rub those marks out. Just that one, actually. I think the other one's covered up. Now what did I think I'll use balmy blue, actually. And we need some ground. It's just the ground, just so it's not floating in the air. You don't really want your horse and sleigh floating in the air, well, unless it's got Father Christmas on it. Did it right the way along. It's the wrong way to me, but hey ho. That's better. And I'm going to cover up that little pencil mark. that'll do. Just some, so it's not, it's just a grounder basically, which is a good idea. Clean that, I can put that away. I think the next time we use this will be sentiment. Excuse the squeaking. Right. Now this probably is probably the most time consuming because there's colouring, die cutting, colouring and stamping and colouring. So let's go back to our sleigh, do exactly the same. And this time I've got to do the horse because I forgot, didn't have to do that on the last one. But I will just do him in brown. I won't fuss around. Did I do that one? Yeah, I did that in brown with a red bridle. Right, that's the sleigh, brown. You just do dark crumb cake. And you see where these marks are there to show you where to kind of do some shading, but I'm literally just going to colour him in today. I'm not going to worry about that. There's mane. These hooves reminds me of the Shire horse, ones that used to deliver when I worked in Putney. I used to see them delivering the barrels, Watney's barrels, from just around the corner. No, I'm not out of the arc. I wasn't that long ago. Well, 30 years ago maybe, but even so. I should have done that red. Okay, I'll go over that. I shouldn't be using the thick end. I'm just doing it for speed, really. I need to use the other end. It's drying up. Weird how much darker the thinner point is. That's weird. Not to worry. We'll just get this horse coloured in. Right, and then I was going to do the bridle in red. Just checking what I did before. Okay, so there's one more bit of brown I missed out. Whoops. Done with the brown. Let's do the red. Oh no, I'm not done with the brown. I'll be using it for another card. Right, that's my horse. Back to my lady and gentleman. So I'm doing it the same on the inside as I did on the outside. Gosh, these pens. She's having a red muff and a red hat. And he is having a green hat and a green coat. I'm sure he would have mittens on, but I do need the red. I'm assuming that for the sake of this, that's his hand. And the colour I tend to go to for hands is petal pink. You can use the ivory, but I just find the petal pinks fine. It will dry lighter than that. Okay, I think we are done. So that's card 1 and that's card 2. Just need to stamp the sentiment. So on the inside, wishing you a season of cheer. What I might do is, because I think that's one that's like wishing you a season of cheer and a happy new year. So the season of cheer on the outside and a happy new year on the inside would be the way to go. Wishing you a season of cheer. And I'm actually going to do, rather than doing it in red, I'm going to do it in boho blue. Or should I? Maybe we'll see. I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to go with the blue. Maybe boho everything. Okay. Let's do like Misty Moonlight. Just for change. So sending you a season of cheer. I'll try and get it straight. I'll line it up on my grid paper. Oh no. Okay. Let's keep your fingers crossed. That's better. Wishing you a season of cheer. There must be glue under there, I think, which is causing it to not stamp flat. I should have done it earlier, but I didn't think about it, to be honest. So that's that sentiment. And then in the inside, there's going to be and a happy new year. And hopefully this will stamp better. And I don't want to show it to show in the circle. Whoops. There we go. Let's get that ink out of the way. Okay, so there we go. That was the original card. Oh, I haven't put my snowflakes on. So now there is a little bit of, I'm not sure, I think it might be, it's either Cajun Craze or Calypso Coral in the trees. So with these snowflakes, I'm going to use, it's copper, might be copper clay. So I'm going to use the copper. And we had a little one on here and then a couple of bigger ones. So one up there and one over here. And they show, I think they show better. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Yeah, look, this one, they do show up. You can't even really see those white ones unless you look really closely. So that's my spotlight card. I just need to go over that with a pen. Okay, card 1. That took quite a long time. So moving swiftly on. This one is kind of a fancy fold. It was designed by Rachel Tessman from the US. She designed or helped design the Layering Leaves stamp set, which was her $1 million set. The only thing I'm going to be doing stamping with this one is the sentiment. Everything else is the paper, which I was telling you about, the One Horse Open Sleigh paper, and the fold. I love this. I really do love this. So this is a boho blue card base, and then this is the paper from the One Horse Open Sleigh, some ribbon, and I just think it's beautiful. And I have got white. Can you see those? Yeah, they're catching the light there. I just think it's stunning. And then I've got a tree there. the paper does it all basically. I don't need to do anything. So I have prepped everything, so hopefully we'll get through this one quite quickly. Now, what you need is, where's my instructions? Let's make some space here. Now I will need them. Whoa! I will need the memento again. Let's keep that somewhere safe. Let's put that away. And then I've got a bit more space. Okay, so instructions. This is, the card base is 22 centimeters. Well, it was, no, it's not. That's not right. Oh yeah, okay, it was 22 times 14.8, scored at 11, and then I cut 3.5 centimeters off here. So you could either just cut the 18.5 centimeters, but that's the way I did it. You've then got another piece of boho blue, which is 10.5 by 10.5, and on one side it's scored at 2.5 centimeters, and that's going to be your bit that comes over. Now you need to glue that down, and you can see I've marked. I just put it against my other one and I've marked. So that is actually, let's measure that. Oh, I love having this grid paper here. So it's just over the between 2 and 2.5 centimeters, and just over the 12.5 centimeters, and that's probably the inside, and that is where I'm going to glue. And what you want to, you don't want to do it right up to the line. You want to make sure that it's yeah, you want your score line to be just over the line, so that you get a good fold. If you do it too close, it won't open easily. So let's pop some, I'll do wet glue because then I can move it, and I'm going to need my silicone mat. So using wet glue just gives me a couple of seconds to move it around. So I'm just going to line that up there. And my score line, so if I close, oh, it's not going to make a difference. I need my white bit. The white bit is going to go on top. Making sure it's straight. And there we go. And then, so that's your fun fold basically. And then all you've got to do is decorate it. Now inside you've got a piece of white, basic white, which is 10.5 by 14.3. So I'm just going to pop that on the inside. And you want it that big because you want it to cover over the join like that. There we go. Then I've got 4 pieces of designer series paper and a piece of basic white. So the first piece of designer series paper is for the front, and that is 7 centimeters wide by 14.3, and it's going to go there and look gorgeous. Oops, a daisy. Oh, why does this always happen to my, I wasn't pressing hard enough basically. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that, so it's got a frame of boho blue. And then this bit is 7.5 by 10, and it's going to go on the inside of our flap. Yep, I'm nearly at the end of that. It's okay. We'll get. I've got seal. And if you notice, I lined it up before I cut it. I lined it up on the trimmer so that the trees and the fence are still at the same height. So you get, hopefully your eye sees it as a continuous. You see you've got the top of the fence there. And then you fold goes over, and then what you do is just line these up. That's how it's going to go. But we need a sentiment. Okay. I'm just thinking, I've got some winter birthdays coming up. I think I've done the November ones. No, I haven't. Well, yeah, I have. I've got to do a special one, but December I've got one, maybe two. Okay, so I could do, what could we do here? What sentiment could we do? Sending warmth, because you've got lots of snow there. So let's say sending warmth. Or maybe not. Wishing you a season of cheer. Let's go with that. It's not kind of a Merry Christmas type card, is it really? And that just fits. Now, on this one, which I haven't put out to show you, I've got my organdy. How do you say that word? Glittered organdy ribbon. Okay. Just to go round there. I'm cheating. I'm not going to use all my ribbon up by going right the way around, and then I'll do a bow afterwards. So what I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment in boho blue. I think I might need to take it off the... So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. And take it off there and stamp. Now, because it's photopolymer, that might be one of the reasons I'm going to put it on a... I don't know what that was. Put it on a mat. Get a better stamp. Season of cheer. So because I've got ink on me. Today is one of those days, honestly. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to... Oh no, don't tell me I've got it without doing it on the card. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right, okay, let's make some space. Paper on the floor. I shouldn't have done that because when I bend over I get dizzy. I had a blood test this morning and she checked my ears for me, but she thinks it might be like blockage nasally because I've had a bit of sinus. Right, so anyway, I'm gonna, because the ribbon's going along the bottom, I'm going to stamp this towards the top. Wishing you a season of cheer. Give that a good push. That's much, it's like using the cling stamps. So that's a much better stamp than the other one. I don't think I need that again. I keep rearranging my room, and I've got a workman coming on Monday to take out my mini Hoover, replace it with another one, which means I'm going to have to clear everything off my desk and move all my stamp pads and everything. But I'm hoping he's going to build me another shelf and put another shelf in, so give me some space. Yay! Okay, so that one, I just need my ribbon. And I'm going to just pop that in there. So I need a bit of seal plus on the back. I'm just going to wrap that round. Okay, that's good. A glue dot. Right where the ribbon's going to, the bow's going to go, so you won't see it. Okay, so now I can put my card together. So I put my bit in the middle. That's my bit at the bottom. And my bit in the middle, making sure that I've got some boho blue peeping in the middle. And that's my top. And you can see there the tops of the trees match the tops of the trees there. So all very carefully thought out. I'm going to do the top and bottom so that they're equal from the boho blue bit. Okay, that's that one, and then do the top. I do love this design. There's some beautiful designs in there. Some of them I'm not so keen on. There's like one with a really big tree. There's lots of snow, but the tree's a little bit big, but some of them are absolutely stunning. And then that's got the same sort of border, and then we'll just line that one up, and you get the boho blue in the middle. So I'm going to pop a bit of tear and tape just on top of the ribbon because the Seal Plus won't work on that. There we go. Whoops. And now I've lost my ribbon. There it is. So I just need to do a bow. This ribbon is not in any of the catalogues, but it is still available. It's an online exclusive, and I'm so glad because I love it. They did do a black one, but they that retired and didn't come back, whereas this one's online. It's beautiful. It's got little bits of pink and silver and come on, why won't that go through? Here we go. So I want just to, oh, I did a knot there. Okay, let's do a knot. That might be easier. Uses up less ribbon as well. Need a bit more glue on that. Scissor glue, ribbon scissors. 1, 2. Okay, now all I need is my snowflakes. What have I done with my snowflakes? There they are. Now I think I'm going to stick with white this time because I don't think the gold or the copper would actually fit. I've lost my little ones, got the big ones. Oh well, just use big ones then when they want to come out. Whoops. And one there. Nope, not off the card. One there. And the third one can go. Where can the third one go? They can go here on the corner. That's a miss. Where did they? Oh, there they are. Okay, I'll use them for the next one. Right, so there's card 2. So we had the original one is Thinking of You, and this one we've got Season of Cheer. But I just think they're beautiful. So card 2, 2 down, 1 to go, and how are we doing for time? About 20 minutes left. Okay. So this one is a bridge card. For those of you that haven't made a bridge card before, it's just called like that because it has a bridge going across either the top or the bottom or both, which helps it stand up and makes it like a 3D effect. So this one is a combination of designer series paper and stamping like that. And I have to say, I do love it. This paper, I'm pretty sure, is the Walk in the Park. A Walk in the Forest, which is the one that Stampin' Up is giving money to charity for every sheet that gets sold. So, oh no, you know what? I've already cut it. I don't need that. I thought I did, but I don't. I've already cut it out. And this is the one where I said I've done. I didn't actually do gold. I've done wild wheat because I couldn't find my gold paper at the time. And I have 2 bits of card. One is for the horse and sleigh, which must be the wider one, and one is for my snow. And then I have this is my top bridge. The snow has made the bottom bridge, but I couldn't really see anywhere to put a sentiment, so I thought, you know what, I'll just do that across the top. So that's for my sentiment. And then I've got a little tree. I should have there's the other little tree, which I'll just have to fussy cut. And then this is the designer series paper. Now, what I did was I tried to cut it in a row. So this is the widest of the sun, then the narrower, then the widest, then narrow, then wider. So I've tried to cut it so that it's a continuous. So depending which angle you're looking at, the paper is all continuous. I thought it was white, but it might actually be very vanilla. But anyway, that's okay. I've used white. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the card together first. And, oh, I'm getting hot. Take the card enough. Oh, no. I told you I haven't got enough room in here. Whenever I turn around, I send things flying. And my husband, what's going on in there? I just haven't got enough room, basically. His answer to that is you've got too much stuff. So, okay. So this, let me tell you the measurements. Don't forget, if you spend 30 quid in my online store, I'll send you this kit for free. Let's just put everything away and then I will. So this is card 3, my bridge card. And it's garden green because I was waiting for my order of shaded spruce. I realised I could have done it in Pretty Peacock, but I don't know, I just thought the green was okay. So the card base is 21 centimetres by 10.8, scored at 3.8 and 7. And then what I do to make sure that it's the same at both ends is I turn it round and do 3.8 and 7. But if you wanted to keep going, it's 3.8, 7, 14 and 17.1. Okay. And then, so the runners I've explained, I've already die cut those, keep those safe. That's my sentiment. So I'm just going to put the designer series paper on. I'm going to use seal because it's not holding anything together. So I'm going to do the 2 bits at the front. Oh, don't tell me that one's running out as well. Looks like it is actually. Hopefully we'll make it through today. So that's going to go on the front piece. Okay, and let's do the other front piece. I do like the other side as well. Pretty Peacock, Garden Green, Pool Party. I think it's Old Olive. It might be Shaded Spruce. No, I think it's Shaded Spruce actually. I'm trying to line it up with. Actually, that's why it's probably better to do it in order because then I can line each one up with the one before it. Okay, so that one's going to go here. So I can line it up with the top and the bottom. Okay, and then the inside piece, which is the biggest piece. And again, just lining it up so that the height is the same all the way along. Cute little trees. And then last but not least, whoops, it moved. There we go. So there we've got our card designed. Now, the bridge across the top. So what I'm going to do, and when you fold it flat to go in the envelope, it goes down like that. So I'm going to put my first bit on. Now this bit I am going to use seal. Whoa, I am going to use seal just to make sure it gets a good hold. And I'm going to put it on the top here. Right to the edge and right along the top. Okay. And then it's going across this bit here. There we go. And then I can, oh, that's not quite straight. Let's see if I can move that. There we go. And I'm just going to snip off the edge. There we go. Now I think for this one, I've got Merry Christmas because I've used those already, those ones. So then this is going to go across the middle and have a bit of a frame either side. And what I did use was the Merry Christmas from the Celebrate the Season. And I'll show you how I did that very quickly. You don't need to sit and watch me colour in the thing. I'll show you. I should have had one ready. I think I did mean to do that, actually, have one ready, but I haven't. Okay, so this is where your Stampin' Right markers come into their own. So I'm using Garden Green. And I'm going to do the Christmas first. So I'm just going to, let's try and get that straight on the lines. Might not work, but no, it didn't work. Okay, I'm going to stamp the Christmas first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it on a bit of paper. Yeah, so I thought it was straight, but it's going up a bit at the S, so I need to bring it down a bit. It's always good to test. Photopolymer, you can kind of see exactly where it's going, but clean you can't. And I want it to be sort of in the middle. So sorry if I have my head in the way. No, let's turn that over. That didn't work at all well. I went too high up. That's okay. That's going to have to do because I haven't got time to do anymore. Right. Okay, and then I need to let that dry, so I'm just going to kind of stamp that off on my scrap paper. So it's good to have a bit of scrap paper around. Okay, then I'm going to do the same with the Merry, because I didn't want them on top of each other. I want them next to each other. I mean, obviously I'm going really quickly. I would take more time normally, but okay, again, it's not perfect, but it'll have to do. And then that goes on there. What I'll probably do is do it again and put it over the top later. Bottom folder. Yeah. And I'm just going to put some seal. Okay. I'm just reinforcing that's it. So that's the top bridge. Now for the bottom bridge, I'm going to have to stamp the horse and sleigh. Whoops. It's okay, I can turn that over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out and put it on, but I will colour it later. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me colour it again. That's the snow, so that's okay. I think that's the snow, maybe it isn't. Yes, it is the snow. Just seeing I haven't got a very good... I thought I'd just re-ink my memento, but I think it might need another re-ink. And this is going to be die cut, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, I've got my so am I done with that? Yes, let's get some space here. It's getting a bit crowded. Okay, this one can go away, out of the way. Don't need that at the moment. Don't need that. Finish with that, but I need the dies. Right, let's get these glues out of the way. I need some room for my cut and emboss machine. So these are the dies. And I need a bit of post-it tape. Did I put my head in front of the camera again? Don't normally have it so close to me, but I'm hoping you can see better with it a bit closer. Oh, it's stuck to my fingers now. Right, okay, let's get some space. Those are my trees. And on the cut and emboss machine. And it's the boho blue. This is still available as an online exclusive. And interestingly, it's cheaper than the white one. The white one is 62 and this is 59. No idea why. Okay. So you just have to pretend he's all coloured in like that. Oops, sorry, am I shaking the camera? I think this might be my light actually. I love this. It can just sit at the side of my desk and not take up much space. There we go. I might need to change the plates around soon. So what I do is I use the same one on the bottom all the time. So that's the one that gets damaged, and then the top one the same. And then when the bottom one gets really worn out, I take that one out. The one that was at the top goes to the bottom, and I bring a new one in. So I'm only kind of replacing one at a time. There we go. How cool is that? So just pretend he's coloured in like that. I'll sort that out later. And then I need my snow. So now there are some dies in here that you could use, but actually I'm just going to tear it. I'm going to use this side because I've got ink on that side. So I'm going to start quite high up. And I kind of want to have the snow, little mounds of snow. And then we'll end up going quite low. There we go. That's annoying because I could have had the others. Actually, you might not see that because of the... Oh, we'll have to go this way. And then that's going to go on as your bridge again. So let's pop that on. Now, let's get that out of the way. Get my pencil, not marks are hard this time. How far I need my glue to go. And then where my glue starts again. Let's do one bit at a time. It's a song. No, I'm not going to break into song. One day at a time is a song. Whoops. So it's going to go right to the edge and right to the bottom. Okay. And then we need to do the same here. Now I'm just going to do one strip along the bottom because this is quite narrow. Along the bottom. And then I can do the same thing, just cut it off from the other side. No idea where my little pot's gone. Right, okay. Now I need my sleigh, and this time I am going to use dimensionals. Where's he gone? Oh, yes, now I didn't show you this bit. It's not going to affect the colouring. So this is one of the dies. I'll show you the dies. So I've got my horse and sleigh, and then I've got three trees. So 2 trees you can stamp, and 1 you can just die cut. We've got the snow hare. These are the bits you can use for snow. That's the runner. If we put it there, yeah, that is. So it's that way around. Oh, it's not. It's that way around. It's that way around even. And then that's what I said to you earlier. That's the trim, which I did previously. I think back in the summer. So that would fit. Hang on, which way you would cut it out? So it's like that, and then you fit it on to the. But I just thought we'd just do the trim. So those are the dies. So what I need to do is just peel off the adhesive sheet. When I do that, all the little bits hopefully will come with it, which they have. And now I can lay that literally over the stamping, so you're covering the black. I think wild wheat is coming into its own at the moment. It's very golden. I mean, it's not a spring colour by any sense of the imagination, but definitely a winter colour. So I will colour that in later. And then you pop him on with dimensionals. And that's what you end up with. Oh, I didn't do my ribbon. And I did put snowflakes on. Okay, let's do it. We did gold snowflakes on this one to match the wild wheat. So let's have these ones. And we need 1 there on the top of the tree, just for the sake of it. And we'll have 1 there on the top of the tree. Oh, I should have. Oh, yes, the third one. I did a big one inside, where it's visible on the top of the tree. Okay. And then I will have the gold ribbon behind. Okay, so we've just overrun slightly, but so that's card 3. Move that onto the side and show you this one. These are card 2 and card 1. So don't forget, if you would like me to cut everything, die cut, I can't do the stamped images for you, but I can cut out the sleigh for you and the horse, and you would just need to stamp it yourself. This one, obviously, you just need a sentiment. And the same with this one, you need the sleigh. But if you would like me to cut everything for you, I'm happy to do that. And that's the bridge card. I believe Stampin' Up has got an announcement today. I was hoping it would have been made by now so I could tell you about it. I think it's something to do with Black Friday. So I would imagine it's something to do with a sale or something like that. But I know nothing at the moment. They said watch out for an announcement on the 10th, which is today, but it hasn't happened. I guess they're trying to, I don't know, tie timings up with the States and us and Australasia, but who knows. So thanks very much for watching. Tomorrow is on stage. I'm very excited about it, and I will share what I can. We're making some cards tomorrow, learning about the business and all sorts. So I'm very, very excited about that. But I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I'll be back next week. And I think I'm doing jumbo tags. Oh, yeah, let me show you a jumbo tag. Have I got a jumbo tag to show you? I have. Look at that. I love it. Huge, huge. So I'm going to do those next week. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely weekend.